Hello everyone, this is Cookies and I've got turn 69. I believe this is my current turn for EA Abysia. I'm not sure if I'll have to do Hinom's turn this turn, but we'll see. Go ahead and cast Auspex, find a Thunderstones, which is 1 air and 1 earth. And then we've got 1 magic phase battle. Another illusory army, killing a little bit of PD. And let's see if we've got any interesting battles here. I've been going through a lot more of the battles in the last couple of turns, but I think I'll go a little bit faster here. See a Wraith Lord killed there. Was it stolen? It was not stolen. Let's see if it was Soul Slayed, because that could make a difference, depending on where it was summoned, if it ends up coming back or not. Okay, doesn't look like it. We go ahead and conduct some more raids. We do kill another pack of demonic locusts, so I would say we've been pretty efficient about clearing these up. We've been trading. So let's say this was 6 death gems in reanimation. And we just killed like 100 and, I think, because this is 16 demonic locusts. I think that's like part of 2 casts, potentially. So, I don't know, like 100 something blood slaves worth of locusts. I think that's a good trade. We see the army continuing to move around. Our milk cart goes ahead and kills some lizard shamans, and I suspect that these were not scripted, because they could have done a Soul Slay Communion. This guy does have 22 MR though. But right now they're just doing a lot of mind burn. So it's I think a pretty small communion that we've got here. Yeah, 4 slaves. So, which should be enough to do Soul Slay, but they're off script casting Mind Burn. Which that doesn't seem right. So maybe that's a bug with the casting AI mod, that it's preferencing Mind Burn over and Streams of Life, which is also an MR save or die spell, with the side effect that it heals you if it doesn't kill you. He is fatigued out. But yeah, the milk cart ends up surviving all the Mind Burn spam and kills some of those lizard shamans, 6 out of 8 of them. We raid some PD. And then we get a battle. I guess the battle for this turn is Tianchi storming this fort. So there's a little bit of Ubar stuff inside. Ubar's been on the run for a bit. He did not evacuate these mages, so maybe he's kind of checked out. And you can tell because he's left research boosters on some of them. But for Tianchi, we've got gemmed armies, so clearly scripted. We've got Baba Yaga the Golem with a horror harmonica. So we see the horror harmonica coming out. So that's Wailing Winds, turn 0. And horrors will show up in this battle. Assuming, although I believe he has to use the spell like Call Horror or something. And then we also see Storm come out. So I imagine he's not going to do that, and he's just going to rely on the Wailing Winds effect. So we see a mass rout happening to Wailing Winds, but importantly, Wailing Winds is an MR. There's like an MR check involved now as well, along with just the morale check. So mages do tend to stick around a little bit better than they used to. Alright. So kills a whole bunch of mages. Loses just some chaffy infantry. You can probably replenish these from the 40 just took. But on the receiving end, killed what was this, 33 mages? So an excellent haul, kind of beginning to gut Ubar's mage core and taking a fort. We do have a few events this turn. We patrol out a Black Harpy. Alright. So in terms of what's going on over here, this is the push. So we see Ulm is on Machaka's capital. They never did make great use of this conjuration bonus here. So maybe Ulm's going to be a little bit more excited to use that, because I'm not sure if we ever even saw armies come out of Machaka. I don't remember. I don't think I remember seeing anything come out of Machaka, so maybe that's been kind of like a dead end. I'm not sure. Or maybe we just missed it with our scouting. But yeah, they've taken the central fort in Dunland, so looks like Ulm's focusing on Machaka, so maybe they're trying to isolate Ubar and then trying to finish off Ubar. We've got Saramatia in the back corner here, or maybe they're just trying to grab whatever looks vulnerable. So the Ulm team victorious so far there. Then we've got the Baratos and Lanka team. We see a lot of pressure being put on this Macone fort. There's still some other Macone forts. We got Muspelheim down here as well, with just their cap and not even their full cap circle. And then we've got Sitis with a little enclave up here. But I think it's pretty clear this team's on their way out. This war could go a lot longer. So with, we've got Femoria sieging back this Rus fort that got taken from them. And then we've got the Vanheim team has got the momentum, so they're winning, but they're winning slower than all the other winning teams. So, and there's still a lot of stuff here from Marverni, Agartha, and Femoria, although Femoria's cap is under siege this turn. So yeah, we need to get a move on here and clean up all this stuff so that we're available to potentially fight a coalition of the 3 winning teams, which I think could be very challenging and a lot of fun. So I would look forward to that. I'm not even sure if we'd win it. We only get about 200 pearls a turn from Nexus. And I'm not sure that that would be enough to make up for the fact that we'd be getting attacked by 6 islands against R2. 200 gems versus all the gemming comes from 200 gems plus 2 islands. So I've got like a reasonable piece of 1 island plus Pyre. So I've got like 25, 36, 50, 75, maybe 100. So I've got a little bit over 100 gems worth of income. And yeah, whereas, if I've got 100, I've done a tremendous amount of site searching, so that could be part of it. But if I've got 100 in income And Kailasa's got, Kailasa and Hinnom both each have like 100 as well. That gives us like 500 total. And then we might get another few hundred, but we might have to do some site searching down here. So maybe that's 800. But that's only going to be enough to like potentially try and counter like 3 of these islands. And then there's 3 more. So I do think it could be an overwhelming amount. Now the plus side of that is as they push us in towards our home island and maybe this island, only maybe one team can get into here, one team could get into here, and that leaves another team to backstab. So hopefully we could control things at different choke points. So I do think it'll be fun. And additionally, we could see a team at some point try to knock out Nexus, which would also make things interesting. But I think for the moment we're still in position 1, but Bertos is really racing through this territory using their vampire raiders. So I think it would be good if we could get more of a move on our end for putting this team out of it. They've shown a tremendous amount of fight though, so it's been a very fun war, and I'm looking forward to some more. They've got England under siege and they've cracked it. So we'll see if there's a response there to try and kill that army. And then I've got Hinnom positioned pretty aggressively to really push at these surface forts, and then get us ready to start going cave diving into Zabalba. And also working on their blood economy, because they've got a lot of blood eco too that we got to take care of. So, but yeah, it's been really, really fun. So I've been enjoying this map. I think it'll be a success even if we don't win this game. All right, in terms of what we're forging this turn, we've got a lot of the same stuff that we've been forging the last couple of turns, just trying to equip Hinnom better and really get the gear flowing. Kailasa can forge a fair amount of his own stuff, and he's been doing a little bit lighter on the magic, but more printable sacred armies. The Hinnom armies are a lot harder to replace because they rely on a lot of blood hunting. So we do kind of want to take care of them a bit more. And also the Hinnom mages are really expensive. All right. And we're continuing to migrate some blood hunting. So this group's going to keep heading towards the middle. This group's going to stay and try to blood hunt Terranea. And then we've started blood hunting Gold Mountains. I do have extra imps coming in to help ferry stuff down to Forbidden Forest. And then otherwise, this one's starting to get hunted kind of low. But these 3 are all in pretty good shape. So just need to get some more set up. And we've got a bunch of new land. Well, it would be nice if we could start securing more of this, because then I could start moving blood hunters into this area and blood hunting a little bit more aggressively in this area. Another thing that I'm doing is blood hunting the center here. So yeah, I think that's it for this one. I will go ahead and call this turn good. And I will see you guys in turn 70. Have a good one.